this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are having us on this journey to unconditional love. And so the message today is all about freedom. And so, in lots of your healings, you would have, some of you have had the owl and the pussycat. And this story is all about the owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. And basically they went to shore, they didn't have any money, so they got married with only a £5 note. And so it's an old story, and it's basically about love. Now, it came through in someone's healing yesterday again, and she has found this picture of the octopus under the boat. Now, the octopus was a message from yesterday, and somebody made a comment on the video saying that the octopus, this is true, that an octopus is known for its magic because it can get out of almost anything. So an octopus was put in a jam jar, and the jam jar top was screwed tight, and the octopus was able to get out because it was able to unscrew the jam jar from the inside and get out of the jam jar pot. Now, a few reasons why that's really significant is one, you know, for everyone that's thinking, how is this going to happen? Well, actually, the message yesterday was, it's not about knowing how, you just have to trust and have faith that it will. And the second thing is, I have seen people making jam in healings and putting the jam into jam jars and then basically the tops of the jam jars are those red and white jam jar tops, those French ones. And so it's quite significant that that the lady made a comment about the octopus getting out of a jam jar. Now, when I went onto YouTube this morning, the top of my list, they always put like a top video on, like as an advert. And the advert was for a foodie fireman, or it's actually a fire lady. And it's her basically going and working with the fishermen to collect the fish. But significantly, she is talking about the lobster. And the lobster we've had as a message before, and we've had that because of also the message about the world is your lobster. Now, the reason, again, why all the fish references have been coming through so strongly over the last couple of weeks is I have mentioned that last week or the week before, my twin was actually away fishing. And he was fishing with his dad. And so all of these fish references, fish is all about abundance. But not only that, fishes are about abundance and also having faith. And having complete faith and trust that you will always be provided for. Because I know a lot of people are, you know, in this, I mean, me too, you know, when you change your careers and everything and you start working for yourself, you know, the money isn't as it used to be, but you know, there's a reason why, there's a reason why that is as well, because if you're in a bit of downtime, as in you don't have the money to go on holidays and everything, or, you know, do as much as you would like, then think about that. It's because actually, if you have more downtime to yourself, then it enables you to focus more on going inside, right? Internally. Because in all of the readings that I've been doing for people and all of the healings, just like the roundabout message yesterday, the roundabout message was very significant. In a healing, what I saw was them driving together, and then he was trying to tell her which way to go around the roundabout, but she wasn't listening. Eventually, he stopped talking because he realized that she wasn't listening, and eventually she stopped. When she stopped, he then said, could you please turn and follow that sign? And the sign said home. Now, the significance of that is obviously if you go into your heart, that's where your sat nav or your navigator is home. Now, the fact that he was her navigator just shows you very strongly that your twin spirit is there in your heart, guiding you the way home. So as soon as you move out of your heart and you go into your head, you go into doubt and fear and anxiety, which is what I see all the time. and I feel it for myself. You know, I know instantly as soon as I've moved out of my head and into some doubt and fear. So this is the point. The point is to believe in anything. The fact that this now picture is an octopus holding up the boat, essentially. The other things about the owl and the pussycat is the cat was representative of healing, and the owl is representative of wisdom. And the green is representative of healing as well. It's heart healing, it's heart chakra opening. And also look at this, what I've just noticed is this little person has feathers, right? Feathers are representative of the angels, of course, and to know that you're being supported on this journey. So that's the message today. The message is all about knowing the abundance, that you will be supported, right? And if you are having a bit of a, I call it downtime, because, you know, for the last couple of years, I've been having downtime, but I realize it's because, you know, I've had to do that because if I was able to go off traveling and do everything now, that I wouldn't have been able, well, I wouldn't have set up this channel for a start, and I wouldn't have done the things that I've done. So it's all part of the bigger picture, right? It is all part of the bigger jigsaw. So that's when you can sit back and think, oh, that's okay. I know that I'm always going to be provided for exactly the way that I need to be to help me to be into my union, right? And it's more about, and then I release all blocks to abundance. I release everything I release all resistance, right? And then every single day say, I release all resistance to abundance, to letting the universe flow to me, to letting the magic flow. Now, yesterday I was talking about the film The Age of Adeline. Now, that is all about, basically she falls in love with a guy, but she falls off, who has an accident whilst building the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Now, the significance of the bridge is, like I said yesterday, about, I see in healings people being one side of the bridge, right? And the other's on the other side, and they have to step onto the bridge to get to the other side. Now, when I last met with my twin as well, he also started talking about a bridge. And he said, because he was watching this bridge, and the way it rose up, instead of splitting in two, it actually goes all from one side. And he made a comment to say that he really liked that bridge, and he was talking about how much energy it needs to be able to pull it all from one side, basically, because it's very one-sided. And so it's, again, very interesting, because that filter, you know, obviously I can see there's so much symbology in that as well, especially now seeing this film, which is about the Golden Gate Bridge, because we are going through a gateway. This is like from, you know, from all of these messages, you know, it's basically about bridging the gap more and more into your heart. And if you want to look at it like one side being 3D, one side being 5D, right? It's just about going, I see 5D living as living from your heart. That's basically what I see. You know, it's moving out of fear into love. And so on one side of the bridge, it's fear. On the other side of the bridge, it's love. And that is about everything. So money is a vibration of love as well. So moving out of fear around money and into love of money will basically shift you over that bridge as well. Now, I saw yesterday that the Leo King, who is an astrologer, he has done a talk around the energies that we're moving into in July. Well, sort of preparation in June and then going into July till the end of the year. And so I'm going to put the link to that into the description box, because his name is David for a start, and it's Star of David, Divine Union. But also he makes a lot of sense. I mean, I like the way that he talks. It's, you know, it's basically about opening your heart to more love and releasing any fears. So, you know, because, you know, especially on this journey, think about it, you wouldn't have signed up to it for a start if it was going to, you know, the reason why you signed up to it is because it was going to be challenging. And the reason why it's challenging is to release all of those fears and anxieties and worries that have been around for centuries about how we should be living, and moving into this world of adventure, which is an adventure where you can do anything with your life, but it's about you having the belief to be able to do that and fulfill it, and living from your heart in order to do that. So that's why the octopus story coming out of a jam jar when the jam jar was shut is so amazing. Because again, it tells you to believe that's a real story. That really does happen, apparently. And so again, that's an amazing story to know. Don't lose faith, you know, believe in yourself. You're the one who creates your destiny. You're the one who brings your union in, you know, in your piece of your jigsaw, right? You know, and then it's about belief, but the way you bring it in is about believing, having faith and trust, and living from your heart, and letting all fears, anxieties, worries go, and being an adventurer, basically an adventurer for your own life, to do what you want, right? And then everything else will flow. But then you have to release the time frame, you know. A friend of mine said yesterday, she was like, it's taken you years to get, you know, I left my job like three and a bit years ago. And yeah, most people would have gone back because they would have thought, oh, I can't live like this, you know. But it's about day by day building up more and more trust, more and more faith in your journey. And, you know, the twin flame journey is way different, but this is just about moving out of, you know, the job that I was in and doing my own thing, which I'd been in a corporate job for like, 20 years. So very different, you know. But adventures, it's part of like taking baby steps and just knowing that you're going for it, right? And every single day, just trusting that the universe has your back. Because you will have your adventure. You're on your adventure. You're on a twin flame adventure, which is amazing. So just remember this. The message today is all about freedom. It's all about knowing that magic does happen. An octopus can get out of a closed jam jar. The other thing is that all of the lobster is back. The world is your lobster. All right, well, if you would like to come to me for healing, or to join the crystal grid, or to have an energy read using these cards, which are just amazing, then please do. All of my details are in the link. I'm doing specials at the moment, and I want to help as many people as possible. And remember, you are the writer of your own adventure. So enjoy it. All right, take care. Bye.